Hello and welcome to Chapter 2, Lesson 6. Today we're going to be talking about kind of what happens when we add and we need to regroup. I think it's a good picture, a good visualization of what's happening with that regrouping. The way I like to see it is, imagine you're going to the bank and you have 10 $1 bills in your pocket. And you say, hey, Mr. Bank or Miss Bank, I would like to take these 10 $1 bills because they're kind of getting crunchy in my wallet. It's making my wallet very thick carrying around these 10 $1 bills. Can I make a trade with you? I will give you these 10 $1 bills. They're going to go to the bank. And what's the bank going to give you? One $10 bill. So we're making trades here. Okay, so that's the way I like to visualize this. So we're going to practice drawing it out, making a model of it so that maybe we can help really understand what is going on. So here it says we're going to use a place value chart and base 10 blocks. We're not going to be able to use the base 10 blocks because this is a video, but we're going to make drawings in lieu of the base 10 blocks to model 3-digit addition with regrouping. To regroup means to rename a number using place value. All right, let's give this a shot here. We're supposed to be doing this with manipulatives, but that's kind of hard to do from afar. So we'll do our best here. While on a trip, Rosa counted 148 red cars and 153 green cars. How many total cars did Rosa count? So our job here is going to be to find 148 plus 53. So our first job is going to be to estimate the sum. We would say 148 is about 150, right? And 153 is about 150. 150 plus 150 is 0 plus 0 is 0. 5 plus 5 is 10, regrouping to the hundreds. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 300. Okay, so our answer should be about 300. Now we're going to model. We're going to draw our models at the right using a block for the hundreds, a stick for the tens, and a dot for the ones. Okay, so first let's start out with our red cars, 148. So I have 100. I have 4 tens and 8 ones. Let me show you how I do my ones. I group them with 5s and then I line them up neatly. 6, 7, and 8. So that shows 8 ones. Now I'm going to switch to my green cars here, 153. So again, I have 100. 5 tens, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, and 3 ones, 1, 2, 3. So, as we can see from this picture right here, I can regroup my tens because I have 10 of them. So I'm going to change my color here to, let's do blue, right? So I have 8 here. 8 ones, 8, 9, 10. So I need to take 2 from the green group because I'm adding together here. Now these guys right here make a 10. So this is I like to think of like I'm going to the bank with 10 $1 bills. I'm going to say, hey bank, I have 10 $1 bills. And I put them together and I say, will you trade me? Will you trade me and let me take one $10 bill? So I'm going to take these, I'm going to X them out. So let's X them out because I'm going to the bank and now they're going to give me one $10 bill. Okay, notice I still have one green little guy left there. Okay, so now let's look at my tens here. Yellow, I'm going to do yellow next. How many tens do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 tens. Now 10 tens make 100. So let's circle up our 10 tens here. I'm going to the bank. I'm saying, hey, bank, can I trade my 10 $10 bills now for a $100 bill? They say, sure, because it's the same thing. And what would you rather carry around, 10 $10 bills or one $100 bill? That'd be much easier, wouldn't it? I mean, many people don't prefer not to have that, but you'd have less in your wallet if you traded them for one instead of carrying around 10. Okay, so these all X'd out. And these all X'd out. So when I look at my final answer here, guys, look what I have. I have 300s. I don't have any 10s because I crossed them out. 0 10s. And I have 1 1. Look at that. So my final answer for this problem is 301. There we go. So that's kind of a visual representation of what's happening when we are regrouping. Now this page is in your book, but we did it all on the other page. This is where we're regrouping our 10s as 100 because I had 10 10s. So you can draw yours on this page or just keep it on the other page if you got it in there. So last thing I want to talk about on this page though is checking for reasonableness. Ask yourself if the answer makes sense. Is your answer reasonable? So when we estimated, we said our answer should be 300. And when we did it, we got an answer of 301. So this was our estimate. And this was the actual answer. And notice how close they are. Okay, that's why estimates are pretty effective, is because they get us close. So if we don't need to know exact stuff, then it just helps, right? It's quicker. So 301 is close to the estimate of 300. It makes sense. Yes, it does. The answer is reasonable. Check her off. All right. Now we just have talk about it. So I'm going to write on here. You do not have to write down what I'm writing down. I just would like you to listen. So it says, explain how you know when you need to regroup. So I think the biggest thing here is when you have a sum of 10 or more, right? And why is it 10? Because 10 is 2 digits. So when you're adding and you get a sum or an answer of 10 or more, you need to regroup. Because you can only put one digit. You can only put one digit in your answer. So you need to regroup it if you get 2 digits for an answer. Why were the 1s and 10s regrouped? Because we had more than 10, right? We had, well, not the one, we had just 10. So we had 10 or more and could regroup, right? Because it's easier, like I said before. If I have 10 ones and I put them together and I can make 1 10, that's a lot easier to carry around 1 10 than 10 ones, right? Tell whether or not you need to regroup when finding the sum of 147 and 214. So if I was adding 147 plus 214, look at, here's a regrouper right here. That's 11, right? So I need to regroup. 4, 5, 6, here I do not. 2 and 1, here I do not. I get a 3. Okay, so tell whether or not you need to regroup when finding the sum. Yes, you have 11 ones and can trade them. Right? If we have 11 ones, we can trade them out for 1 10, and then we would have 1 1 left over. right? If I'm making 11, if I have 11 ones, I can trade it for 1 10 and 1 1. I already had 1 1, but I'd have 1 left over. All right, that is all that I have for you today. Try your best to draw the pictures. It'll help you to visualize a little bit better. And let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for watching.